Hello. Today I will be demonstrating how to do a resume review. We can look at this resume and see the student did not use a template, which is preferred as templates can confuse applicant tracking systems when inputting your data and may cause your information to become scrambled. They also used all black text color, which is excellent as some readers may have difficulty reading certain colors. Font and formatting, like alignment of bullet points, look to be uniform. We are going to get started at the top with the header. Here we see the name Jamie Jones. It's bolded and in a large font, which is perfect. Below, we see the contact information. Here we see the street address, which can be omitted. Having your city and state is perfectly acceptable. So here we would make a new comment and put something along the lines of, you can omit your street address for security purposes if you wish. Having your city and state is perfectly acceptable. So we'll go ahead and post that comment. Next, we see a phone number and then an email address. The email address should be professional in nature. This student may want to change theirs to jamie.jones@gmail.com or something similar. They will also want to remove the hyperlink as it can also interfere with the applicant tracking system. So we're going to right click on this, go all the way to the bottom, click new comment, and we'll go ahead and we'll enter a comment about making a more professional email address and removing that hyperlink. Finally, the last part of the contact information is their LinkedIn profile. So if you have a LinkedIn and you'd like to include that, feel free to do so, but just be sure that that hyperlink is removed if you are adding that. The next section is the profile section. This section is optional. We see the first word on this profile is a personal pronoun. It's best practice to avoid using personal pronouns on a resume. Instead, try to start the sentences with a strong action word. Again, we're going to leave a comment here and remind the student of removing personal pronouns and starting with strong action words. So instead of saying, I am a results-driven management professional, it should just say results-driven management professional. The skills section is also optional. Skills sections are typically reserved for hard skills such as languages and software and industry-specific proficiencies. Soft skills, like listed here, communication, they're better to incorporate into your experience bullet points as articulating your experience alongside your accomplishments are great ways to illustrate the experience gained in that position. So we'll go ahead and click on this skills and add a new comment and remind the student the skills sections are for hard skills, not soft skills, and incorporating soft skills is much better to do in the work experience section. Speaking of work experience, that is the next section that we're going to take a look at. So we can see that this student included some measurable data. We see percentages in here, we see numbers. That is excellent. Whenever possible, include measurable data like numbers, dollars, percentages, or frequencies to help convey the scope and impact of your actions. Here on this second bullet point, it says manage a team of 8 direct reports with an entire staff of 100 team members. This could be an excellent place to incorporate that soft skill of communication. You could say something along the lines of manage a team of direct reports with an entire staff of 100 team members utilizing written and verbal communication skills. This helps demonstrate how the student manages the team. This next bullet point says reduce annual business expenses. By adding measurable data like a dollar figure of how much reduction was made from business expenses could really help boost this bullet point and catch the eye of the hiring managers. On this final bullet point over here, we see this acronym PRS. I don't know what PRS is. Do you know what PRS is? If we don't know, the reader might not know either. So it is important to go ahead and spell that out at least one time in the resume, making sure that the reader is familiar with what you're trying to convey. So go ahead and make a note about that acronym. The next position, we see the first bullet point says develop, which is an awesome action word. However, because this is a previous position, the student will want this to be in the past tense. So you'll go ahead and make a comment, making sure the student sees that they will need to change the tense of this verb, and be sure that they check the entire document to be sure the verb tenses agree. On to the education section. Here we can see that the student received an Associate of Arts in Business Administration, as well as a Bachelor's of Arts in Management from American Public University. When listing our school's name, you're going to want to be sure it says American Public University System, as this is the full name of the institution where accreditation is held. And should your boss need to look into it, or the hiring manager, we want to make sure that they see that you have come from an accredited location. So again, just a little comment reminding them to be sure that it says American Public University System. Finally, at the bottom, we have references available upon request. You can go ahead and omit this. Your hiring manager will know that you will have references available upon request. In fact, when going for an in-person interview, it might be good practice to go ahead and have a document printed ready for you to hand over to that hiring manager so they can go ahead and check those references. So as always, the feedback provided during resume reviews is intended as suggestion only, and the final appearance of the resume is ultimately determined by its author.